All right, so this one is actually for those who are probably attaining some level or some height or some there's this word for it. I wouldn't say velocity. I wouldn't say progress. It doesn't suit the way I want it to sound. But definitely for some people that are, attaining some heights, getting some things in, succeeding in some parts on one thing or the other. And then, this feeling that comes that it feels like more, I gotta just go rest. Like, okay, maybe not that way, but it feels like, oh, like I've tried enough. Like, let me just go rest. Yeah, basically, that's the way that feeling feels now. One thing for sure is before you actually go on that kind of level, that you feel like you want to go rest, you probably want to take a break, you want to calm down, you want to press the brake instead of you just want to hit the brake, like the brake pad. You just want to slow down. My advice to you is that you never, ever, and I repeat, never, ever let that happen. Do you understand? I've been in this kind of situation where it feels like, okay, I am attaining some height, I am attaining some things, I am already getting some kind of progress, some kind of success, and let's just calm down. Probably I set a goal, and then I hit the goal, and then after hitting the goal, I just basically stopped doing the things that I needed to do or that I was doing to actually get to that part, all because I have hit my goal. It is one of the very big mistake that you would make as an entrepreneur or as somebody who is probably starting something out. One thing for sure is if you stop, you would cloud yourself in this kind of mirage that feels like you know everything. And then as a result of that, when you stop and you stop getting the kind of success or results that you want, you would be too proud. Like it would be an extra effort before you can go back to doing the basics. I must be real and honest with you. You would have to strive, you would have to, learn and relearn before you could even go to that part. You would definitely have to take a lot of time before you actually do that. One thing for sure, let's give this illustration. This is the illustration whereby a car is moving at a certain pace. You're pushing a car at a certain pace, and then it start moving, and then you get to a point where you're moving fast and probably you've reached your destination, and then you park. Now, it will take another effort if the car stops moving to actually make it move again. Now, at the point where it is moving, it is very easy for you to go at a very, fast speed that nothing can certainly stop it. But once you stop, it takes an extra effort. Plus the fact that you would have been tired from pushing on earlier. You would have been tired from pushing on earlier, and then the strength to actually start again, just like you were doing before, it will take an extra effort. And at this point, most people give up because they certainly don't know, or they are too proud, or they feel tired to actually go back to doing the same these things that they were doing before to actually get the results they got. Now, my advice to you, if you are attaining some level of success, or you're already moving at a rate that feels like you are already there, my advice to you is that this is the time to work your ass off like you've never done before. Do not stop. One thing for sure is, success doesn't have a limit. Success doesn't have a benchmark. Success doesn't have, a point where where you stop succeeding. Definitely, there are two options. When you stop succeeding, you definitely start failing. When you stop failing, you definitely start succeeding. So the day you decide to actually leave the success that you're actually attaining, to calm down or to cool down or to ease off, that is the day you certainly do what? That's the day you certainly start failing. And one thing for sure is, you know, you would be so down that it may take another effort to actually move up to that stage where you are actually you succeeded. Now there's a famous quote or one quote that I love about Grant Cardone, and he said anyone that suggests me to do less is either not a real friend or very confused. Now, one thing for sure is that most times the enemy that we face is the enemy within. Like when you look into the mirror, the enemy you're having is yourself. So, if you are advising yourself to either stop or do what, or to calm down, or to probably ease things down, or to do less, that means you're not your real friend. Do you understand? So, that is my advice for you today. Just continue, like put in more effort. The time that you are moving at a very fast pace is the time you should put in much more velocity, much more strength, much more speed into it. I hope this makes sense. I hope this passes a message across. So that is that on my advice for you today. So you are attaining a level, you are attaining a speed, you are attaining some certain success. Do not make the mistake of stopping. Okay, maybe I should add this to my story. Maybe I should add a personal experience to it. There was a time that, I was attaining some particular success in terms of money making. And then I felt like, because I definitely had goals, I drew my goals, and then it was, me making $2,000 in a month. And that very month, I actually made $2,000 more. I'm actually trying to lower my voice down because I'm kind of in a public place where I just move around silently without anybody knowing what I do. So I hit the goal and I stopped doing some of those things that I was doing before or that I did to actually gain that success. And then it became something hard for me to actually you know go back to doing that thing, to actually attaining those goals, to attain that success once again. Now, one thing you should to know for sure is that you don't want your success to be a one-time thing. You want your success to be continuous. You want it to be there's this word for it. I don't know. I need a lot of words in my vocabularies. You want it to be it came, but yeah, you want it to be a streak of success. That is one thing. You want it to be a streak of success. You don't want it to just be one time success and then you go down feeling again and then you strive, you really go tough and then you attain the success again and you come down again, and you want to be a continuous streak of success. Do you understand? So that is my advice for you today. If you're attaining one level or a certain success or the other, do not stop. Do not put in less effort. Put in more effort. Gain more momentum. Yes, if you are gaining a momentum, that was the word I was looking for when I started. And you are attaining more momentum. Put in much more speed. Put in much more effort, even than you were before, to actually hold on to that success. That is the game of being an entrepreneur, and that is the raw truth. So, I hope I was able to pass a message across. So, thank you very much for listening, and then I wish you a very wonderful day. Bye bye, and God bless.